Create this pop-up book that I'm going to show you. You're going to need, for this first part, you're going to need 6 pieces of cardstock. You're going to need just the regular kind of cardstock. You'll need some scissors, a ruler, some type of marker, and rubber cement glue works the best. And later on, you will need some ribbon. I'll talk about that in part 2. The first step you'll need to do is get 4 sheets of cardstock, and you'll need to fold it, in which the way I call it is a taco fold, not a hot dog fold, but a taco fold. And you'll need to do that 4 times with the 4 sheets of cardstock paper. I have done this activity for several years in the classroom, and there's been some common mistakes. So one of the things that I've learned that I tell the students to do, and I'll talk about it a little bit later, is I have the students draw a happy face on the front and back of all 4 of their pieces of paper that they just folded. They will need to get their ruler, and they need to make a 1-inch dot from the bottom along the edge of their folded paper. Sometimes students can't make a 1-inch dot, so I tell them with your booger picking finger, the first bend of your booger picking finger, that will be about 1 inch, and just have them put a little dot there, and then on the dot crease it to where you have a crease in the paper right along that dot. Doesn't have to be perfect, but go ahead and make a crease right there. Then at the dot, they need to cut off the corner, and I tell them when they're done, they should have a pair of boxer shorts. And this is very important, because if they don't do it incorrectly, they won't have boxer shorts. And so they need to do that on all 4 sheets. Now don't do this, but this is what there will be some students that won't follow your directions and they'll mess it up. Now remember, I said you take that fold and you put it down, but a lot of times students will keep that fold still bent, and then they'll cut their paper. They shouldn't do that, because then when they're done, it's going to look like this. And does that look like boxer shorts? No, it does not. Now don't throw away that paper. Keep it, and you'll be using it. You can use it for part 2. So don't throw away your cardstock. Okay, now you need to make your floor, and you need to get 2 sheets of paper to do this, and you need to make a 5.5 by 5.5 inch square. And if you just cut that out, you already have a template, and then you can cut the others for that. And so when you cut those, that's going to be your floor. Then what you need to do is you need to bend those, and you need to bend those from corner to corner, in which you'll have a crease in it. So corner to corner. Okay, now it's time for the messy part. You need to get out your glue, and you need to glue your floors onto the bases of your 4 rooms. So get some glue, and make sure the crease is pointing up. That will allow you a little bit easier for it to fold in and shut. And I always, once you glue it, I put it under a couple of heavy books. And then when you're done with all 4 of them, you remember when I told you that you needed to put smiley faces? This is the part where I now say you paint over the person's face with glue. You just smother it in glue, and you make sure that your floor is next to you, and the face is looking up like that. And this is when I say, now you put the faces on top of each other, and now they are kissing. And of course, when you say that to middle schoolers, they giggle and laugh. And you keep on doing that, and you put glue on a face, and you make sure the face is looking at you, and then you put another room on top of it and press down, And you might have to add some glue in the middle, but don't be stingy with your glue. Just put a whole bunch on there and add some pressure to it, help keep it together. And when you are finished with this first part, you will have something that looks like this.